Hi guys, welcome to my channel and you're watching Vanee's Baby Steps. This is my very first book sharing video. Hopefully the new year is going to treat you guys fine. For someone like me who is experiencing severe quarter life crisis, I don't really think that new year right now looks as blissful as it used to be. I mean, Christmas was fine, but New Year feels like time looking at you, smiling but with a whip in his hand. It's that time of the year that you just feel compelled to reflect upon your past year, what you have accomplished, what you haven't, and get yourself motivated. But this whole thing just makes me pretty nervous. This book that I read during the past week really helped me to cope with my anxiety against the new year. This book is called Blonote, written by a Korean singer-songwriter, Tablo from Epic High. I really like his music as well as his writing. It's a collection of quotes that he had written during his tenure as a late night radio DJ, and he decided to sign off with these quotes instead of a customary good night, and I think it was really creative. The aphorisms here don't pretend to be the beginning or end of any grand idea, but I'm hoping that these can be the beginning of an inspiration or an end to a worry. And that was exactly what this book did for me. It's actually a very quick read if you just decided to read it in one go, but I don't recommend that. Those quotes may be short, but they're not written with a light heart. So when you're reading it, it just feels like you're watching a montage of Tablo's memories. I tried to speed up my reading just because I want to share it with you guys, but this is definitely not a book that you just read in one go and then put back on the bookshelf. It's definitely qualified as a pillow book that you just keep within reach, and when your heart is restless you can just grab it and randomly flip to a page and start reading. It was originally released in Korean, but I definitely can't understand any of it. Well, for colors, I really like the Korean one. That's why I bought it. It just looks really, really beautiful. Very close to the Pantone color of 2016, right? What's interesting about this book is that Tablo actually had some famous people in Korea write down the words. So it's also a collection of some famous people's handwriting. I found GD's handwriting in this book as well. Well, okay, so let's go back to the English version. Now I'm just gonna share some of my picks that I think are really suitable to cope with the coming of a new year. Don't get me wrong, this video is not to stress you out about the new year if you already are. I just really think that these quotes would help soothe your mind. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. An incantation to summon fear. I think a lot of the times that we keep repeating that fear in our mind, it's just very Murphy. Try not to think about your fear. Instead, think about ways that you can actually do those things. And when you start thinking and trying, getting your hands on those stuff, you will soon forget about your fear and putting your energy to the right place. On nights when work ends late, I find myself wishing that home would come to me. This quote actually depicts a really tiring situation, but for me it somehow makes me feel really warm. Of course, I know that home is not gonna come to me, but at least I know I can come to home. Here are two very similar ones. To know whether it's the entrance or the exit, you need to open the door. You have a better chance of trying your best once you realize that it's best to try. Sitting there is not going to change anything for you. Change always comes to you. So it's best that you take the initiative. It can bring you good or bad. Well, maybe sometimes it would get worse, but it's best to let things happen, right? And then you can grow stronger. Cry, but never weep. Fall, but never collapse. I'm actually a very strong person. I get emotional and sad often. They never break me. I don't know if that's also in your blood, but this strength is what's holding you. And I think it comes from the love for living, right? I mean, when you live, good things and bad things are all gonna come. The best you could do just to face it. I mean, look at them in the eye. They will appreciate your strength and reward you if you're also a good person and smart one. When you treat someone like a set of stairs, you will trip and fall. Be kind, be sincere. This is what I live by. Don't try to take advantage of people around you. I mean, this is a rare connection between two people. Don't sabotage it because of some small benefit or even really huge benefit that you can get from them. But just treat them as a person, not just an object, a tool that you can use to reach your goals. I mean, you will trip and fall. To measure love's worthlessness by its brevity is to measure a life's worth by its longevity. There are lots of ways to define love and worthiness. Everybody has his own standard, but it doesn't mean that yours is right or other people's are wrong. There is no standard measurement to anything, especially things like love or life worthiness. The best thing that you can do is just to feel it and enjoy it. Cherish every moment that you have that in your heart and don't leave any regrets. Trying not to do things you will be sorry for is love, but to be sorry is also love. Everyone has his own ways of loving, and a lot of the times the way that you want to love someone might not be the way that he or she wants. Don't doubt your ability to love. It's just everybody is different. Even feeling sorry is a way of loving. Trust in your ability to love. A simple test. If someone that you care about isn't happy with what you're doing, see if you're sorry. If you truly feel sorry, that's already love, just in a way that neither you or that person knows. Not loving yourself back is also unrequited love. Try love yourself more, and that's also the part that I need to work on. We're all alone in this world. Of course, we have our loving family and friends, but the one person that we can actually work on to have him or her loving us back is ourselves. So try to work on that. Try to work on the relationship with yourself. And if that turns out to be good, you will be a lot happier, and it enables you to enjoy your life a lot better. A true waste of time is not using time even as a waste. Try being less aggressive with the time that you have. We all have things that we need to accomplish and want to achieve, but try to find and do more things that makes you happy or makes you less unhappy. That's already good enough. We all have our guilty pleasures. It's okay to indulge ourselves with time once in a while. Some of these quotes helped me to look at things from a different angle, and some of them were merely there to remind me of the things buried deep inside myself. and gave me strength by showing me the irony of life and that we don't have to be afraid of encountering unwanted things. I can see many of these quotes may speak to me differently on another day, which is exactly why it's worth keeping by my side, because it asks questions and the answers are just lying deep inside yourself. That being said, I'm just gonna finish up this video. Hope you guys find some comfort in this book. I encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. If you don't, I'm probably just gonna disappear like a sand in the desert and we're never gonna see each other ever again. So let's stay in touch.